Today's rich kids live a luxury life that most of us could only dream of.
This is a cinema room, and this is the jacuzzi and the sauna.
This watch is about $33,500.
I bought a Ferrari. I spent about $100,000. Yeah, it's a really cool car.
In this series, 6 rich kids have agreed to leave their pampered lives behind.
See you later.
To sleep rough on the pavements of London.
A really strong smell of urine around me.
They want to prove
Sorry to bother you guys, but do you happen to have any spare change?
that in just 3 nights,
I can give you some money.
Sorry, I'm not interested.
it's possible to escape homelessness for good.
I think a lot of homeless people are lazy.
It's nice. I feel like they do a lot more for themselves.
I think homeless people are dangerous.
I prefer to be in jail than homeless. You've got guards in jails. They just make a career out of benefits.
Definitely kind of show how easy it is to get off the streets.
With nothing but a sleeping bag,
I've watched 4 people get stabbed in a year.
they'll discover what it's really like
Being looked at like filth, it's quite dehumanising.
to be homeless.
Very strange feeling, having someone pressing you.
Well, we'll try, yeah.
The reality sort of sunk in about how dangerous this actually is.
I just feel like defeated. It's like you're invisible. I was hoping for an happy ending. I wouldn't be able to last another day, I don't think. When your dad is a billionaire, it's a pretty crazy world to live in.
23-year-old Bobby lives a globe-trotting, jet-set luxury life between homes in London and LA.
Fast cars, beautiful girls, mansions, exclusive parties. We've got a private jet, a yacht, villa in Saint-Tropez, apartments in Monaco, a home in London. It's a world where everything shines, you know, and everyone shines. I'm really into fashion. I love to shop. I love Amiri. You know, I love Saint Laurent, Enfants Riches Déprimés. Right here we have my favorite piece. It's a Saint Laurent jacket. 5,000 bought new. Now it's worth more.
Bobby's father is a self-made billionaire, and Bobby has ambitions to achieve the same levels of success.
I make videos for artists and brands. I want to make my own films with my company. I wanted to create my own empire. And if you want to be an entrepreneur and build an empire yourself, you've got to put in the work.
Having inherited a strong work ethic from his father, Bobby's agreed to sleep rough on the streets because he wants to prove a point about the homeless.
I feel like there is definitely a certain element of being lazy. When you're homeless, they just make a career out of benefits and just living off the government. Some homeless people can be really like entitled about it. So they'll come up to you, and if you don't get the money, some of them can be like, yo, like what the hell? Like, and it's just like, what do you mean? You're just begging for money. Homeless people that you see are not, for the most part, being proactive. I feel like they should definitely be working to get their way out. It's about like not wanting to be there at the end of the day.
And that's exactly what Bobby's out to prove.
I'm definitely confident that I'll be able to get myself off the streets. Hopefully the first night, we'll see.
Bobby will be dropped in Soho, one of the most heavily populated homeless spots in Britain, where he will have 3 nights to figure his way out. Surviving where unprovoked attacks, drug and alcohol addiction, and deaths from the cold are all rising in alarming numbers. And where living conditions are so harsh, rough sleepers are 9 times more likely to commit suicide. It's a billion miles away from Bobby's champagne lifestyle. And that hasn't gone unnoticed by Bobby's best mate and business partner, Brandon.
You know, there's no caviar in the streets.
Yeah.
This is not the Rob that I know. What's going on here, bro?
It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy.
Hell yeah, man. I'm stoked for you. I think you're gonna kill it. Good luck.
First night is what I'm worried about the most, because obviously that's like gonna be the shock factor.
Yeah, just went from real safe in Chelsea
Yeah,
to like
real safe.
real homeless. Yeah. I think it'll definitely be a shock to him for sure to like be pitched into a completely different.
I want to nail it, you know what I mean? Like,
I want to be the best homeless person ever.
I want to be the best homeless. There's like 2nd and 3rd night, I think I'll be able to go to the streets.
Right on. Good luck, brother. Kill it.
Fashion-loving Bobby will be stripped of his expensive clothes and all of his wealthy privileges to don a more street-worthy get-up.
Okay, sleeping bag. Here, just some plain jeans. Not skinny. Oh, my hiking boots. Very unstylish, they're like ridiculously unstylish. Definitely gonna look homeless, I guess.
But flamboyant Bobby has an enthusiastic plan to get off the streets and back into his skinny jeans.
My master plan is to first approach people at the pub, girls, because I can talk to girls. I don't want to sound arrogant, but like I know that I can be quite charming. Try get myself a little bit of money, go to pound shops and pick up cheap items. I would try set up like little stalls, you know, of selling stuff. If like begging, I'm sure it works, but like you make a lot more money if you're offering people something. I for sure feel like I could still charm people wearing this because, I mean, it's all about the face at the end of the day.
Armed with nothing but his smile and a sleeping bag, Bobby must rely on his natural charm to get off the streets or spend the next 3 nights surviving on them.
Feeling a bit, I guess, nervous, but it's like the first night is definitely going to be the most nervous. Definitely could be dangerous. That's why, I mean, I guess I'm going to, in a way, be very respectful of others and keep my wits about me. So, yeah.
If he's at risk, the crew will step in. But he will need his wits about him, because once he steps out onto the streets, Bobby's charm is all he's got.
Pretty scared, I guess. Never been anything close to this. Sort of diving into the deep end here. First thing I'm gonna do, go try talk to some people, girls, try to get some money from them, and I'm trying to get myself off the streets.
With only a few hours to take advantage of Soho's bustling nightlife, Bobby wastes no time in kicking off his plan.
Excuse me, what's your name?
But it's not proving to be as fruitful as he'd hoped.
Yo, what's your name? I'm like recently like homeless, and I was like wondering if you guys had like any spare change at all.
Sorry,
it's
I
like,
don't think it's cards, I don't have any change.
All right, that's okay, that was cool.
But before too long...
Excuse me, what's your name? Where are you from?
Homeless Bobby is forced to reevaluate his charm strategy.
Yeah, girls, what I've noticed is they kind of like get scared. I mean, usually like goes well for me, talking to girls, so it's a bit like weird to have them really standoffish like that, so yeah.
Having so far failed to earn even a penny, Bobby tries changing his focus from girls to boys.
Yo, what's up, bro? So I just recently became like homeless like the other day. I'm just trying to get a bit of money together to get some food. I was wondering if I had like, any coins or anything.
I don't actually have any change or whatever.
I don't, okay.
But the reception is the same, and Bobby's usual charisma isn't working at all.
Excuse me, guys. Do you guys happen to have any spare change?
They're beautiful, you're not, I'm sorry.
It's really weird to have someone like that speak to me in that way, because normally, people being overly nice to me, but then all of a sudden when I'm dressed like this, it's like different, But yeah, some people just savage out here, man.
It's been 4 hours since Bobby started asking people for money.
Sorry to bother you guys, but do you happen to have any spare change?
No, sorry.
All right.
And having made absolutely nothing...
Excuse me, brother. Do you happen to have any change?
Bobby's wondering where it's all going wrong.
I'm pretty deflated about, asking people for money. It's pretty tough. Feeling pretty defeated, I guess, but like, I don't know. Hopefully it'll be better tomorrow. I feel like people should just be like more helpful. You know what I mean? Like, it's like kind of easy. I mean, I guess I shouldn't be so upset, man. I've only been out here for like 1 night, bro. I would not survive like doing this shit, but yeah. Excuse me. What's up? I mean, like recently, hit the streets. Do you know how to like ask people for money? What sort of like works?
I don't know, man. I'll sit down and wait for them to come to me. I ain't got the bollocks to walk up to someone and say, give me some money, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Thank you, bro.
With all the revelers heading home, exhausted, hungry and penniless, Bobby prepares to spend his first night out in the cold.
I've experienced so many emotions tonight that I would normally never experience in like, you know, a whole week or two. Oh shit. It's pretty demoralizing, like going around asking a lot of people. Sort of feel a bit like worthless in a way, like you just, like the way that people try to avoid eye contact with you. It's like you're invisible.
Still to come, Bobby gets desperate.
See if anyone leaves coins. It seems hard to even get a pound. Felt like I had just no hope.
Rich kid Bobby was confident he would get off the streets in no time.
I for sure feel like I could still charm people wearing this. It's all about the face at the end of the day.
But,
excuse me, what's your name?
After an evening spent failing to put his plan into action,
I'm feeling pretty deflated about, you know, asking people for money.
Bobby's first night on the streets hasn't proved any better.
That was not the best night's sleep of my life. It was probably one of the worst night's sleep of my life. If I had to sleep like that every night for weeks, I don't know, I'd just be depressed, you know? I'd just be like sad. Yeah. I like to think of myself as a really strong guy, but there were some moments last night, I mean, it started to rain a lot. My mind was just constantly racing. And laying in that bed, I was crying. I hated it.
The reality of Bobby's situation is hitting home.
It's really just tested my absolute limits. You know, I've never had to sleep on the street, in the rain. It was mentally like one of the most challenging nights of my entire life. Sorry to bother you. Do you happen to have any spare change? I need that money because I'm starving, bro. I haven't even had water in like I don't know, like 12 hours or more. So I'm thirsty, hungry.
Bobby's charm offensive didn't make him a penny, so it's time for plan B.
I'm gonna go look through like, not like trash, but you know when you see just like, I don't know, sort of scattered litter and stuff around. See if anyone leaves coins. I mean, it's even just like the matter of getting like a pound, and then I could maybe get something like that, but it seems hard to even get a pound.
And it's not long before something catches his eye.
I found a packet thing. I think it's like a jacket or some shit. Yo! What the fuck? It's AirPods, bro. And a beanie.
Bobby's lucky find means his plan to get off the streets could be back on.
Kept asking people for money and like nothing was coming through. It's like finding treasure basically in the place where like I felt like I had just no hope. I could sell them though, right? I think they're like 150 pounds.
Relieved to leave begging behind him, Bobby heads off to try and sell his lucky loot.
Yo, you guys buy electronics?
Which kind of electronics?
AirPods.
AirPods? Yeah, I give you maximum for 40.
Maximum 40. Alright, yeah. Can I have that then? And could I have a glass of water? Do you have water? I'm fucking thirsty, bro. I'm thirsty. Got the money. I feel rich after that, yeah. But I gotta make it last, try and make this stretch. I need to flip it for sure, because 40 pounds I got tonight and tomorrow as well. I'm gonna try and make some more money out of it.
A hotel room for tonight could be on the cards, but Bobby still has 2 nights out, and so he's investing his capital.
I got multi-packs that I'm gonna sell in the train station. I'm trying to make a little business here with my snacks, and hopefully I'll be able to like double my money. You guys looking to buy a snack? Looking to buy a snack? 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 Snacks, sir? Snacks, ma'am? Okay, cool. All right, sweet. All right, Murph, peace. Yes. Snack season. Snacks. Yeah? Okay. Thank you, my G. Cool. How's it taste? Amazing. Turns out I got a bit of a knack for selling snacks. It's like kind of my thing now. Sold about half the merchandise. Now I've made 10 pounds back. So back where I started now at 40 pounds. So Bobby's snack store is closed for today.
Bobby hasn't doubled his money, so budget accommodation will have to do.
You can get hostels anywhere between 10 and 20 pounds. I know that they'll be pretty rough. Probably like a shared dorm, probably like 6 beds. But I'm just super stoked I don't have to sleep on the street again. Sleeping on the street was just, it's like not great. It's really, really, really bad. Like, oh my G. At the end of the day, like that was like required a lot of energy just to make, you know, not that much money. The worst part is definitely my legs, just because I've been like on my feet for the past like 24 hours basically, and I have been walking around a lot. But yeah, really excited to be getting to bed tonight in a proper bed, you know. It's gonna be amazing. Hey, how are you?
Yeah, well, how are you?
Good, man, good. So I was wondering if I could check into one of the dorms.
Yeah. What's your name?
Robert.
How long would you like to stay here?
2 nights.
Yeah, that's fine, Okay. So I have to see your passport.
I don't have any documents.
So I have to see.
Okay, cool.
Like most homeless people, Bobby doesn't have any ID, which means he's unable to book a room in a hostel or hotel.
Yeah, not having an ID is kind of whack. There's like some that take like without ID, but there's like an application process as well as the interviews, so it's not like you can just go there and it's a homeless hostel shelter thing. Probably go find somewhere to sleep again. Get more cardboard this time. I mean, I'm gonna have to sleep on the street basically, so yeah. I just feel like defeated. Just like fighting like an uphill battle. I might go get wasted with something to do. I understand why they would go to drugs and alcohol. You don't want to be awake, and you don't want to like be like living sober, because it's just like sucks. So you just want to like sort of numb the feeling and sort of like wait it out. I mean, I guess being drunk is like, at least you feel kind of good, you know.
With 24 hours to go, Bobby hasn't managed to escape the streets. So for his final day, he's switching focus.
So I've sort of just been winging it out here. Coming from yesterday, being sort of bored, lonely, tired. It's going to be cool to be able to share the experience with someone to sort of take me under their wing, show me just what their life is like, what their world is like.
Bobby is meeting a young homeless couple from Middlesbrough, Demi and Aaron. 5 months ago, they arrived in London after being kicked out of their accommodation. They have been sleeping rough ever since.
Not many people realise that we're homeless. You expect scruffy-looking old men, basically. I want to show Bobby how we live, because I'm pretty sure the way that we live and how he lives is like
completely different.
A different dimension.
Having met and grown up in care, Demi and Aaron have been homeless on and off for the last 3 years, and Bobby's wealth is a world away.
I've never met anybody that's rich. I mean, I'm used to people that are on benefits. If you can afford to buy your own home, that's rich, because that's all you need. I mean, you do appreciate the smaller things in this situation.
We've learned to appreciate a pound.
You all right?
Yo, what's up, my G?
How's things been?
How are you?
How's it
Hi.
been?
First night was the hardest. I was going around begging. I couldn't. I got like £1.40. I asked like maybe 100 people or something.
Asking's the worst.
Yeah, it's the worst. It made me feel so bad.
It's degrading, isn't it?
Because after a couple of times, I just couldn't. The way I was speaking, it just didn't.
It couldn't come out right.
It was coming out like I was like just sad and like about to cry. Kind of. I was like I couldn't. I was safe. I got beers as well, actually.
You got beers as well?
Yeah, I got them last night. Yeah, safe. Cheers, bro. Cheers.
So how old are you?
I'm 23.
23.
You're a year older than me, bro.
Oh, nice. Safe.
I'm 22.
Nice. Safe.
20.
20? Where are you guys from?
Middlesbrough.
Middlesbrough, okay.
Yeah.
Safe.
I've been in this situation on and off for 3 years.
Yeah.
It's hard to know who to trust. I mean, I've already been attacked since I've been down here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What was your upbringing like?
When I was little, my mum didn't have anything.
Yeah.
I mean, we were living in a council house. I'd be at my mum's for like so many months, then I'd be in care, then at my mum's in care. And then from when I was 9, I haven't lived back at my mum's since I was 9.
Can I ask a question? But like, you don't have to answer it, but how much is you're rich? Like,
how wealthy is like my family? Like,
yeah.
Don't tell me fucking
like billion, like over $1 billion.
Over $1 billion?
You're fucking
kidding. Yeah. I've never had more than £700 in my hand, and that didn't last long.
You're used to wearing your Gucci, your Prada, your Armani.
Yeah. I used to wearing designer clothing mostly.
Oh my days, fucking billions.
That's mad, that. You must do some like fun activities also, like go-karting, like.
Yeah, I like to party.
Well, not that different really then.
Yeah.
Well, see?
Yeah, really cool. Really nice couple.
I wasn't expecting him to be that rich.
Yeah, I know. I'm sat here. You can go back to this, like that. And me, I'm stuck fucking not even rock bottom, me. That is, like, I wanted to cry.
Demi and Aaron are trying to get a deposit on a rented flat. When they're not begging to raise money, Demi drops into one of London's many homeless day centres every morning to freshen up.
I'm going to shoot inside, sort a few things out, use a computer. If you just need any washing done, let me know when I come back out and I'll shove it in there because they've got laundry facilities and that.
Right.
If you need a shower at any point today or tonight, tomorrow, let me know because there's only certain times you can come in.
Okay.
Right.
While Demi heads inside, Bobby finds out more about life on the streets.
You found this a good experience, or?
Yeah, it was tough. Definitely eye-opening.
Just imagine doing this 1 year, 2 year, 5 years.
That's why it's good that you have Demi with you. I guess it's cool.
Oh, 100%. I mean,
yeah.
She's only been doing it 3. I've been doing it 7.
Yeah, that's
on and off for 7 fucking years. You've seen the size of my bag. I've got to carry that every fucking day. I mean, we've got our house in our back, sleeping bags in there, presents for our kid that we're not allowed to fucking see.
You guys have a kid?
We've got 2.
Oh shit.
One passed away and the other's in care, which is why we lost our house, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, man.
I mean, it's heartbreaking. I mean, all we want to do is literally have a house and have our kid with us.
5 months ago, Demi and Aaron had a baby daughter who was removed from their care by social services. The couple were deemed to be unfit parents after spending years in care themselves and because of an ongoing struggle with mental health issues.
He's got a crazy life, crazy story. He had 2 kids, one of them passed away, which is like really sad. And then the other kid that he had was taken into care. You know, he's been homeless for 7 years. So one thing I guess I understand is like the longer you're there, the harder it becomes to get out as well. You know, like and the problems that arise. And so I mean, it's sort of like sort of trapped in a way.
Still to come, Bobby finds out some home truths.
It's usually not rich people who are the generous and the kind ones to the homeless. It's more like people who are closer, like can relate more.
Billionaire's son Bobby has failed to get off the streets.
I just feel like defeated, just like fighting like an uphill battle.
And with 24 hours to go, he's teamed up with homeless couple Demi and Aaron.
Cheers, bro. Cheers.
So we're going to look for somewhere busy.
Yeah.
On night 1, Bobby found begging degrading and unsuccessful. So his new buddies want to show him a less demeaning way to make money.
Have you got a sleeping bag, yeah?
Yeah.
So sit there, put the sleeping bag over you, put a hat in front of you or a cup.
Yeah.
Have your carrier bag sat next to you. And then just sit there. You don't have to look up at people if you don't want to. Put your head down.
Yeah.
I normally watch people's shoes. Well, that's a nice pair of shoes. I like that pair of shoes.
Cool.
If there's too many of us sat together, that people tend to think that we're just sat there doing it, begging, which is, well, we are begging, but they'll think we're doing it for negative reasons. Obviously, we can get away with it because we're a couple.
Yeah.
And even still, we don't actually make that much money. If I sit on my own, I'll make more money.
Why don't we do that?
Because I had too many weirdos approaching me.
Yeah, a guy came up to her and said, I'll give you £1,000 to give me a hand job. But there's a post box there. We know that that's not taken.
Yeah, so you won't get anybody trying to move you on.
All right.
Because you're not actually outside the shop's property. You're on public property, so you won't get moved.
All right.
Sit like that.
Okay, cool.
And anything. And literally you just chill there and hope for the best. You know, you can see his clean face, so you know he's not a heavy drug user, so people will feel sorry for you. There's always that, and there's always the bad part of it, that you're a grown man, and how the fuck can you be ended up in this position? We won't give you fuck all, fuck you.
No.
See you in a little while, brother.
I think that yes, I'll have more success today because there's more tourists here, and it's a different approach. It's just letting them sort of make a conscious decision to choose if they want to drop money in your hat or not.
Demi and Aaron have been coming to the same spot since arriving in London.
When we first came across this spot, it was mainly because of the music. The music was loud that night. We were bored. Got to have music, man. Got to have music. We normally don't like coming down until about 4 or 5-ish because it's not really that good during the day. You don't really get a lot of money. It's normally 5, 6 o'clock it starts picking up.
They can make anywhere between £1 and £100 a day.
So once we've made about £20, we'll put all the other notes that we get in the bank and we just spend the coins. And that usually goes on hot drinks, cigarettes, food. But we also help out a lot of our friends too. But normally we try and get as enough money we need for that day, maybe the next day, because you need to do till the morning, because mornings, you don't have anything for the mornings. You don't have food, you don't have bags, you don't have mountain mornings. You've got to wait. So you've got to plan. Yeah, you've got to plan.
Just 2 hours in, and Bobby's made a hatful.
So I've made £4 and 4 sandwiches. Pretty good. So this is definitely a better strategy because the begging thing, people just sort of ignore you. It's really energy draining, and it's definitely, I guess it's not the best approach. From what I found is like, it's usually not rich people who are the generous and the kind ones to the homeless. It's more like people who are closer, like can relate more. Thank you so much.
Are we off skis? Want to go listen to some music and chill for a bit?
All right.
Yeah.
Go.
With almost £50 in their pockets, Demi and Aaron decide they've made enough for today.
What sort of music do you like?
House, hip hop, rock music. Yeah. What do you guys like?
Basically everything you just said.
Oh yeah. How did you guys meet, actually?
We met in a children's home about 7, 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Ever since? Well, up and down the country, like, we're 8 years together.
We got separated at one point. I mean, he moves back with his family and I got sections because I've got mental health problems, so he stayed down where he was at with his family and I kept on getting moved.
While in care, Demi was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder. She was sectioned on numerous occasions. The last time was in 2015.
So it's only been the past 4 years that we've been back together. But for all of them 4 years, we've been by each other's side. Because when we were in care, they tried separating us all the time. If we tried to kiss in school, they'd separate us.
Really?
You know what I mean? I'd rather be on the streets than be back in care. Happily, because I can do my own thing, I'm my own person.
To them, it was more important to stay together and then be able to stay in this care home. So they decided to make the choice to go on the streets, and that's, to me, it's amazing that you know, being together is so much more important than anything else. You know, that love sort of, you know, it might sound corny, but like, you know, like how love conquers all in a way.
Moved by their love story and missing home, Bobby calls his best mate, Brandon.
Yo, what's good, bro?
Yo, bro, what's good?
Yo, I got you, I'm fucking, yeah, I'm on the streets and whatnot.
Has it been like difficult or like harder than you thought or easier?
Much harder than I thought, for sure. The worst part is like was the begging part, because you just feel fucking just so sad and it was terrible. I couldn't get any money, G. I got treated like shit loads of times. But definitely the morale of it is what fucking kills you.
Yeah.
Basically, so these two people I link with today, they're telling me some of their stories. Like, this chick's like hectic, bro. Like the girl that I'm with, so it's her and her boyfriend basically. They had like a kid together. So their first kid just like passed away.
No way.
Yeah, like full on. And then their second kid got taken away at birth because like they're homeless. So you know, I feel like, you know, for these guys, I feel like real sorry.
Fuck, bro. Hectic.
Yeah. But other than that, coming back tomorrow. All right, see you tomorrow, bro.
Love you. Stay safe. I'll see you in the morning.
Yeah, all right, bro. Peace. Nice speaking with you. Bye.
Back on the streets with Demi, and there's no sign of Aaron.
Is he going to get a hot drink?
I don't know.
Probably. I don't like that girl in there. She likes him. She's 19.
Yeah?
Younger than me. Italian, pretty.
You're pretty too. What are you worried about?
Yeah, but she's blonde and pretty.
Reunited, but with nowhere else to go, they head back to the park bench.
So have you enjoyed spending the day with us? Cause
yeah, it was much better than being on my own.
Yeah.
I guess. When I was on my own, I just got sad very easily and sort of like fed up and upset.
Exhausted.
But with you guys there, it was much easier and like felt like I had friends.
To, innit?
Yeah, I just had stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
It's just like a Saturday night, but obviously you're not drunk. You might have a bottle in here and watch half of the people look at us like you're fucking pissheads. I mean, you get judged so much on, you know, for so much shit. It's just not good.
Seems like you've had a pretty crazy upbringing.
There's so much that's gone on in my life. I used to self-harm, you know what I mean? I used to do all sorts to myself. Like, I didn't give a fuck. I felt like I deserved it, so I didn't care. I didn't care how bad it was, how extreme it went. I didn't give a shit. I had nobody. I was the only one that didn't have the family coming up to see them. I was the only one that I was just left on my own then.
In one sense, we're grateful we're still alive.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm grateful you're still alive.
As long as you're alive, you know, we are here.
Right, so
yeah, but what's life if you're waking up doing this every day? I'm not being funny. If I had my own way, I'd still be in my 3-bed house looking after my kid. I'd much rather be doing that. But then the fact that she got took and how it's left us now, it fucking tore me apart, man. We needed her. We needed her because she was our life changer. She was our reason for having a normal life.
It's pretty crazy. it's kind of sad that that can happen, that your kid can get taken away and their first kid sort of passed away. Really sad that that can happen to you, and that it's sad that they take your kid away. I mean, I guess the system's set up for protection. That, you know, I guess if you're on the streets, then you're not able to look after your kid in a way.
Still to come, Demi opens up about her loss.
What was it like having your baby taken?
It's like, it feels like your insides have just been ripped out, and then that your insides have just been ripped out again. But I had to give it to the midwife, I had to. I didn't want to do it. I wanted it to stay with us.
Rich kid Bobby has been spending the day with homeless couple Demi and Aaron.
So how did you guys meet, actually?
We met in a children's home about 7, 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Ever since?
And he's learned about their troubled past.
I'm not being funny. If I had my own way, I'd still be in my 3-bed house looking after my kid. But then the fact that she got took and how it's left us now, it fucking tore me apart, man.
It's Bobby's third and final night on the streets, and 3 nights of sleeping rough is taking its toll.
Should we go to sleep? I'm tired as hell.
Do you want to come sleep where we normally go?
Yeah, for sure, let's go.
You know you'd say.
Yeah, and if it starts raining, there's a little bit of shelter literally just around the corner.
Yeah.
Down here, because all these places are open right now, quite a lot of decent cigarettes on the floor, and you can tell which ones have been just used that day.
No doubt.
It's shit, but sometimes it's what you've got to do. I mean, I've never gone through bins or anything like that. If I'm hungry and I can't find anywhere, I'll just starve. I can't bring myself to do that sort of shit.
That's true.
I mean, we've been sleeping here since November. Got night shelters from time to time. We can't often get in the hostels unless it's below freezing.
With Aaron heading off for an early night,
He's going to bed because he's not feeling well.
Yeah.
it's a chance for Bobby to find out a little more about Demi.
It's been a pretty crazy day. It's been nice to spend it with you guys for sure.
I mean, it's nice to talk to somebody.
Why have you guys sort of stayed on the streets this long? Is it just because you can't get off?
It's because we can't get help.
Yeah.
Everybody seems to think it's easy. If it was so easy, we'd be somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I feel that for sure.
Like, we've tried. I mean, when you try for so long, you sort of give up, you lose motivation. It's like...
Yeah, that's what I thought.
When we first started off, we used to be up every day, appointments, trying this, trying that, trying the other. I mean, it was prolonged. Something would always end up happening. It'd always be us that'd end up getting kicked out, you know what I mean? Like...
Do you see many people in relationships on the street, or...?
A couple. If I didn't have him, I'd have nobody. You know what I mean? I feel safe with him out here. I couldn't sleep out here on my own if it wasn't for him. I'd be sleeping during the day. I wouldn't be able to do it. I mean, if I'm down, he picks me up. If he's down, I'll pick him up. You learn to be there for each other more because you realise that when you've got absolutely fuck all, who's the one person beside you? Who's the one person that hasn't left? I mean, we've got each other's back.
What was it like having your baby taken?
Especially after you've just given birth, from the pain of it as well. It's like, it feels like your insides have just been ripped out, and then that your insides have just been ripped out again. But I had to give it to the midwife, I had to. I didn't want to do it. I wanted it to stay with us. We could have given her the world if they give us a chance. Now they've took our world away from us, and what have we got now? This is why it's hard to fight for somewhere to live, because with all this shit going on behind the scenes, I feel like I've got nothing to fight for no more. I know I've got Aaron, but like, Angelo passed away, she's been took. I only ever wanted a family because I never had a family. So why can't I have a family? Can we go to bed now?
Yeah, let's go to bed. Sort of crazy to see a life like that because I've never seen something like it, especially like firsthand. Yeah, I just sort of got real, I guess. Demi, I feel like, you know, all she really wants is a home. She's had a lot taken from her. Like, you know, like too much for like a sort of a young girl like her to be experiencing. They're like anyone, you know. They just want to live. They don't, because a lot of, you know, a lot of what you can do is sort of taken away from you when you're homeless, and you're not living. You know what I mean? You're alive, but you're not living. You know.
It's Bobby's final morning waking up on the streets, as today he's heading home.
Yeah, super excited to not be spending another night on the streets because it's just not a great place to be sleeping. It definitely has it's taken its toll on me. I could definitely use a shower, but nah, it's not broken me. I'd say it's made me stronger for sure.
Not want something to sit on?
I got my sleeping bag.
Having survived 3 nights on the streets, it's time for Bobby to say goodbye.
I feel like I'm definitely, now I'm starting the days like this. I'm definitely starting to feel like I could be out here with you guys all the time. Yeah. You were passed out, bro.
I wasn't passed out, man. I was comfy.
You forgot it was Demi. You thought I was Demi. You like turned around, rolled over. Like, It was really cool to be able to spend with you guys. It was easier to be happy with you guys because, you know, you guys are able to be happy even in a situation like this, which is cool.
If you don't laugh, you'll cry. Spending the day with you, I felt not all rich people are the same.
Yeah.
It's like I was saying to you, innit, us three are all exactly the same except from you've got a bit of money and...
Yeah, but when I was out there, like, you know, I didn't. So I just felt like we were all just like 3 friends hanging out, doing our thing.
It's different though, isn't it?
Everyone has their life goes, you know, up and down. You guys will get out. I'm sure of it. What is your plans for the next coming weeks? I know you said you're still saving up to try to get 2 months rent on the place. How much have you got saved up?
About 250 so far.
How much you need?
450.
But that'll get you in, right?
Yeah, the 2 months rent and the deposit.
Cool. I'm gonna get going.
Stay safe and don't fuck up and end up. I don't want to see you back out here, yeah? In a bit.
G.
God bless, brother. Enjoy your life.
See you later.
It was tough. One of the toughest things I've ever done. Emotionally, physically, mentally. I wasn't able to get myself off the streets because in reality, you know, a lot of homeless people, the majority don't have identification, and that's something you need to even get into a hostel. And it's really, really opened my eyes. Yeah, I think I was slightly guilty of maybe being a bit prejudiced before. I like to think of myself as a really, like, you know, understanding and not prejudiced person, but like anyone would if you haven't experienced it for yourself. So now that I have, it's definitely changed my opinion on it. After this experience, I am going to be so thankful for everything in my life. I have such a lucky situation, and I'm not going to take anything for granted.